If elegant city evenings, jazz celebrations, and the timeless charm of America's golden music era still inspire you, subscribe to Blue Hour Avenue here. Every song opens the door to vintage swing, unforgettable memories, and the magic of another time. Last set beneath a crystal glow, then I saw her standing alone, high above the dancing crowd, silent, distant, calm and proud. Each lyric drifted toward her way, though not a single word could stay. Balcony above Crescent Hall, watching while the shadows fall. One brief glance from up above felt enough to call it love. The orchestra began to sway. I sang as though for her alone. She never moved from where she stood, like a secret no one understood. The final chorus filled the air, but when I looked, she wasn't there. Balcony above Crescent Hall, watching while the shadows fall. One brief glance from up above felt enough to call it love. The crowd applauded one last time. The chandeliers began to dim, yet whispers linger through the years, like a melody only memory hears. Balcony above Crescent Hall, still I hear that distant call. Still I hear that distant call. One brief glance from up above, lives forever in this love. She vanished with the ballroom light and became the legend of that night. If elegant city evenings. Rain kept falling on State Street tonight. Silver puddles caught the neon light. I pulled my collar against the cold wind, looking for a place to finally step in. Then a trumpet drifted through the stormy air from a hidden lounge tucked somewhere behind a velvet curtain and a glowing sign, a world untouched by the hands of time. The band was swinging soft and low, like it already knew where I should go. Blue velvet beside State Street tonight, you appeared beneath the amber light, with a knowing smile and eyes so bright. You turned a lonely walk into a night. Blue velvet, mystery in motion, moving gently like an ocean. One slow dance and suddenly the whole city changed for me. The saxophone wrapped around the room, while laughter floated through the perfume. You took my hand without a word, and every note felt newly heard. The piano shimmered beneath the haze as we spun through a golden maze. The crowded floor disappeared from view. For a little while there was only you. The jazz guitar began to sing, and every heartbeat found its swing. Blue velvet beside State Street tonight, you appeared beneath the amber light, with a knowing smile and eyes so bright. You turned a lonely walk into a night. Blue velvet, mystery in motion, moving gently like an ocean. One slow dance and suddenly the whole city changed for me. The hours slipped away unnoticed there, like smoke dissolving into midnight air. I almost asked your name at last, but the orchestra carried us too fast. Then the first pale glow touched the sky, and morning whispered its goodbye. Beside State Street tonight, still glowing in my mind so bright. Though dawn arrived and you were gone, your memory keeps dancing on. Blue velvet dream I can't explain, like sunshine hiding inside the rain. One chance encounter, one melody, yet it still feels alive in me. The lounge grew quiet, the chair stood still. The city woke beyond the hill. I stepped outside where the morning grew, carrying a song and the thought of you. Saturday glittered across the avenue, Brooklyn humming in a brand new suit. Taxi horns and laughter filled the air, while swing orchestras drifted everywhere. I stepped inside the Williamsburg room, where golden candles chased away the gloom. The trumpets roared like fireworks alive, and every lonely heart began to fly. Then near the orchestra, beneath the glow, you smiled at me and time began to slow. Dancing candles in the Williamsburg room, spinning like stars beneath the pale maroon. Your footsteps move like jazz across the floor, and suddenly the whole world wanted more. Oh, the clarinets were running wild and bright, while others swayed beneath the smoky light, and every chorus wrapped around us too. Inside the Williamsburg room, your satin dress moves softly through the crowd, like moonlight floating through a silver cloud. The grand piano laughed beneath the brass as couples cheered each time we hurried past. The drummer brushed the rhythm smooth and warm, like he was keeping all our hearts from harm. And every trumpet lifted toward the sky, like midnight itself it learned to fly. No names exchanged beneath the chandelier haze, just dancing hearts inside a golden blaze. Dancing candles in the Williamsburg room, burning while the band played every tune. The ballroom spun beneath our restless shoes, like the night itself had nothing left to lose. Oh, the saxophones kept calling through the air, while cigarette smoke floated everywhere, and every note the orchestra pursued made the whole city bloom. Outside the rain still shimmered on the street, but inside life moved fast and wild and sweet. Young dreamers laughed beside the whiskey bar, believing every midnight wish could travel far. Then slowly dawn appeared beyond the blinds, and stole the music from the night's design. Dancing candles in the Williamsburg room still flicker softly in my memory's bloom. Your laughter echoes through the fading brass, like one perfect song, too beautiful to last. Now the waiters stack the chairs away, and morning paints the windows silver gray. Still somewhere in my restless heart they glow, those dancing candles long ago. Roaring trumpets fading, soft applause beneath the chandeliers. One last dance before the sunrise. The Kingsway glows beneath a tired moon, velvet shadows drifting through the room. Crystal chandeliers burn soft and low, like fading stars from long forgotten shows. I settle slowly at the whiskey bar, an old crooner carrying too many scars. The bartender already knows my name and pours nostalgia like an old champagne. Then the orchestra begins your favorite tune, and suddenly the whole night belongs to you. Moonlit cigars at the Kingsway Lounge, where lonely hearts and smoky dreams still drown. Every saxophone cries deep and blue, like this old world still aches for you. Oh, the dancers sway beneath the golden light, like memories refusing to leave the night. And every glass raised through the velvet air feels like your ghost is sitting there. A woman laughs beside the grand piano blow, the same soft way it did so long ago. Her satin gloves catch flickers from the brass, and for 1 second I mistake the past. The trombone slide like midnight through my veins, while rain taps softly on the window panes. And every cigarette that slowly burns feels like another year that won't return. This lounge keeps hiding all the hearts that break behind polished smiles and smoke too thick to escape. Moonlit cigars at the Kingsway Lounge, where tired lovers let their sorrows drown. The upright bass rolls low beneath the room, like distant thunder wrapped in old perfume. Oh, the brush drums whisper soft and slow, like secrets only sleepless dreamers know. And every lonely chorus drifting by makes the whiskey taste like goodbye. We used to dance beneath these chandeliers, when Manhattan nights still felt sincere. Before the years turned silver in my hair and left your memory floating everywhere. Now strangers dance where we once held on tight, while dawn waits quietly beyond the night. Moonlit cigars at the Kingsway Lounge, still glowing while the whole world settles down. Your favorite melody remains alive inside the smoke where broken dreamers hide. Now the waiters dim the final lights, and silence slowly swallows up the night. Still I remain where your memory belongs, inside these old sad songs. Soft trombones fading,
Whiskey classic,
clinking softly
one last cigar.
beneath the dawn. left the ballroom door still spinning, trumpets echoing down the hall, taxi horns and flashing marquees reflected on the boulevard. White wall tires beside the water, city skyline burning bright. Every traffic light felt greener with her perfume in the night. And the jukebox station playing fast swing melodies so sweet turned the whole lakefront highway into rhythm underneath my feet. Oh, that moonlit rhythm on Lakeshore Drive made the whole city move in time. Saxophones dancing through the speakers while the skyline shimmered wide. Her laughter riding with the engine as the shoreline rushed on by, and Chicago swung beside the water like the stars had come alive. Past a diner full of dreamers, coffee steaming near the glass, young couples leaning close together, watching midnight moments pass. Then the radio caught a trumpet bright and reckless through the dark, and suddenly the empty roadway felt like the center of the world somehow, while the bass line rolled like thunder and the tires hummed below. Every neon reflection by the lakeside started dancing with a glow. Oh, that moonlit rhythm on Lakeshore Drive still burns warm inside my soul. Jazz guitars and glowing intersections, making restless spirits whole. Windows open to the night breeze, city lights in endless rows, while Chicago kept on swinging anywhere the river flowed. The orchestra surges back to life as the radio crackles between trumpet refrains. Somewhere couples still were dancing inside crowded downtown rooms. Somewhere waitresses kept laughing beneath the haze of old perfume. But out there beside the water, with the skyline glowing blue, every mile felt like forever. Every melody felt new. Oh, that moonlit rhythm on Lakeshore Drive never really fades away. It still rides beside the heartbeat of every dreamer chasing yesterday. One more song before the sunrise, one more turn beneath the lights, while Chicago keeps on glowing through the magic of the night. Lakeshore Drive, turning quiet, morning rising pale and slow, but the rhythm of that wild Chicago evening still refuses to let go. The elevator climbed through clouds of laughter, champagne music spilling down the hall. Ladies dressed in satin moved like moonlight, while brass and velvet echoed through the walls. The clarinet came dancing through the ceiling. Trumpets burn like fire against the blue, and every polished floor beneath the chandeliers seemed built for lovers passing through. I came alone with winter in my coat, and lonely songs still caught inside my throat. Then suddenly, through all the golden haze, a stranger smiled and pulled me into sway. Satin hearts beyond Madison Terrace, swinging wildly through the midnight air. The orchestra was roaring like a river, while champagne sparkled everywhere. She spun me through the glowing crowd tonight, beneath the silver skyline light, and every trumpet climbing through the room turned Manhattan into something new. The ballroom swayed beneath the smoky rhythm, walking bass lines rolling warm and deep. Couples floated slowly near the windows, while snowfall wrapped the avenues in sleep. Her perfume drifted soft as jazz guitar chords. Her laughter rose above the cabaret, and every time the brass sections exploded, the whole night carried us away. Then the orchestra slipped into a slow refrain, as midnight disappeared beyond the rain. She held me close beneath the chandelier glow, like someone I had always seemed to know. Satin hearts beyond Madison Terrace, where dreamers dance and loneliness grows careless. The brush drums whispered softly through the haze, while city lights dissolve in golden blaze. She rested gently underneath my arm, like winter finally surrendering to warmth. And somewhere in that rooftop ballroom air, the whole world vanished there. Now every skyline shining after snowfall still pulls my memory toward that room. Every distant trumpet in Manhattan still carries traces of her perfume. Sometimes when the city glows at midnight and old swing records drift across the dark, I still can feel her satin heartbeat dancing somewhere deep inside my heart. Satin hearts beyond Madison Terrace still shimmer through the years beyond the rain. The orchestra may fade into the silence, but that enchanted night remains. And every couple dancing slow tonight keeps alive those glowing rooftop lights. Though dawn arrived and carried dreams away, that ballroom still survives inside the sway. The final saxophone dissolved into the morning. The skyline slowly turned from gold to gray, But somewhere high above old Manhattan, our last dance still refuses to fade away. Saturday night on Lexington Street, rain fading beneath the city lights, trumpets rising through the avenue, and Manhattan dancing like a dream. Taxi ties on silver roads, champagne laughter fills the cold. Every doorway shines alive, like the whole city learned to fly. Velvet dresses spinning gold, stories young and stories old, and every heartbeat in the room moves beneath the brass in bloom. Saturday serenade on Lexington Street, swinging through the midnight heat. The band keeps roaring wild and bright, while lovers dance beneath the lights. And those old saxophones tonight still know exactly what love means, turning rainy city evenings into timeless silver dreams. The upright bass walks smooth and low, while whiskey rivers gently glow. A trumpet burns across the air like romance floating everywhere. The ballroom sways in smoky haze, lost inside the orchestra's praise. And every smiling stranger near feels like magic living here. A Saturday serenade on Lexington Street, Broadway shining at our feet. Couples drifting close and slow as chandeliers begin to glow. And somewhere through the velvet nights, past every crowded avenue, the city sings in golden rhythm, like it was built for me and you. Maybe dreams belong to music, to crowded rooms and moments fleeting. Maybe love survives forever inside old swing orchestras breathing. So let the clarinets rise higher, let Manhattan catch on fire. 'Cause somewhere in this glowing night, the world still feels beautifully alive. Saturday serenade on Lexington Street, one more dance before goodbye. The brass keeps shining through the rain, like stars across the skyline. And though the dawn will come too soon to steal these ballroom nights away, part of us will stay here dancing forever inside the swing we made. Saturday lights, trumpets bright, Lexington dreams and midnight swing. I walked through the door where the old band played, past the photographs that time had faded away. The bartender smiled like no years had passed, while shadows and memories gathered fast. A whiskey waited where I used to sit, near the little stage where the lights stayed dim. The piano man still knew every tune that carried our hearts through those long afternoons. So I asked for the melody we loved back then, and suddenly I was 25 again. At the last table in Dearborn Lounge, I keep saving your place somehow. The music still lingers, the glasses still shine, but your hand never reaches for mine. At the last table in Dearborn Lounge, the room keeps turning around. Everybody's here except the one I need, and the empty chair keeps staring at me. The flugelhorn drifted through clouds of blue smoke, like an old conversation left unfinished and broke. Couples laughed softly beneath amber light, while I sat with the ghost of another night. Some faces I knew from a lifetime ago danced to the rhythm, moving gentle and slow. They asked how I'd been, and I managed to smile, though my heart had been waiting all the while. Every chorus carried me further back to the night we vanished into the bandstand's track. At the last table in Dearborn Lounge, I keep saving your place somehow. The music still lingers, the glasses still shine, but your hand never reaches for mine. At the last table in Dearborn Lounge, the room keeps turning around. Everybody's here except the one I need, and the empty chair keeps staring at me. The clock moved quietly toward closing time. The upright bass walked its final line. For a second I thought I saw your face reflected softly in the window pane, but the street outside held only rain, and the silence called my name again. Dearborn Lounge, I'm still holding on somehow. The songs grow older, the nights move on, yet the memories stay strong. At the last table in Dearborn Lounge, your laughter still circles around, though the years have carried the world away. Part of me never left that place. The band packed up and the lights grew low. The bartender nodded, it was time to go. I left $1 beside my glass and walked into the night with the echoes of the past Rain falls softly on the iron tracks. Brooklyn whispers through the fading black. Street lamp halos tremble in the storm, while midnight loses all its fragile warmth. I stand alone beneath the station sign, with soaked-through gloves and too much on my mind. A distant jazz club spills across the night, muted trumpets drifting through the pale moonlight. Every passing shadow looks like you. Every whistle sounds like old heartbreak breaking through. The last train past Brooklyn Heights, rolling slowly through these sleepless nights. Its silver windows carry ghosts away, while I keep drowning in the words we never say. Oh, the rails cry low beneath the rain, like lonely lovers calling through the pain. And somewhere in the smoke beyond the line, your memory still waits for mine. The ticket man has almost closed the gate, but I still linger there pretending fate might send your footsteps through the pouring dark, like one more spark returning to my heart. A tired pianist from the club nearby keeps playing songs too beautiful to die. The melody drifts upward through the mist, like every kiss we left unfinished. But the city keeps moving without grace, while silence slowly takes your place. The last train past Brooklyn Heights, shaking softly through the fading lights. Its lonely rhythm hums beneath my skin, like a love that never truly ends. Oh, the conductor calls the final stop, and all the neon in the rain grows lost. Still I remain where your shadow lies, beneath these cold November skies. We once believed the city was our own, two reckless hearts beneath the saxophone. But dreams grow fragile in the midnight rain, and some departures never leave the brain. Now dawn begins to wash the streets in blue. Still every station corner speaks of you. The last train past Brooklyn Heights, disappearing through the tired night. Its fading whistle cuts the fog in two, like the sound of me still losing you. Now the platform empties, one soul at a time, and the moon sinks low beyond the skyline. Still I stand where your goodbye remains, beside the tracks and the falling rain. Soft piano fading, rain again. the rails. One last train vanishing into Brooklyn night. I stepped inside to hide from winter, my overcoat still heavy from the night. The supper club was soft with candle shadows and low brass glowing amber in the light. Couples whispered over whiskey glasses while velvet curtains swayed beside the stage. A flugelhorn drifted through the silence like an old romance refusing age. Then beside the polished piano bar, she appeared beneath a silver star, holding one white orchid in her hand like she already knew who I was then. Winter orchids beside Columbus Circle, blooming softly through the falling snow. Her quiet smile turned cold December golden in ways the lonely city could not know. The grand piano moved like distant moonlight, while trombones wrapped the room in gentle blue. And somewhere in that warm Manhattan evening, my tired heart remembered how to bloom. She spoke slowly like an old jazz record, every word delicate and low. The orchestra breathed beneath the candlelight, a snowfall painted diamonds on the road. Outside, the taxis crawled through midnight. Inside the room, the world had disappeared. Even the bartender stopped polishing glasses just to listen whenever she drew near. Then she laughed beneath the trumpet sighs, soft enough to quiet all the night. And suddenly the winter air was gone, like sorrow melting into song. Winter orchids beside Columbus Circle, turning sleepless nights to something warm. Her perfume floated through the smoky supper club, like spring arriving quietly through the storm. The brush drums whispered softly by the piano, while upright bass kept swaying deep and slow. And though the snow kept falling past the windows, I never wanted that sweet night to go. Now every winter in Manhattan, I walk those same old frozen streets again, searching for that hidden little supper club and the woman wrapped in candlelight and wind. Sometimes through the crowded evening silence, I hear a flugelhorn begin to play. And for one brief second, I can see her smiling softly through the snow again. Winter orchids beside Columbus Circle still bloom somewhere inside my memory. The orchestra has long since faded quiet, but her voice still drifts like falling melody. And every snowfall over Manhattan brings back the warmth she left inside that room. A single flower changed the shape of winter and taught a lonely heart how to bloom. The snow kept falling through the morning, the candles slowly lost their glow, but one white orchid stayed beside the piano.